Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. There are some things you see on the internet, and you are asking yourself what is going on. So I don't know where this, I don't know, black watch white man actually came to, and I don't know where he came out from. Trying to let us know that that slavery happened to black people years back, and the truth is that some people do not even know the name of their ancestors and all that. And he was like, why are you people trying to make it feel like white people owe black people something for whatever that happened? So he is also advocating that reparations shouldn't be paid, and that he doesn't know what reparations mean. And he said that he flew from Chicago to Beverly Hills to drink $25 coffee and all of that. Looking at someone like this, see, he is acting all rich, but I don't know how rich he is, but mentally, he is mentally poor, very poor. For somebody to come out here on the internet to say something like this about his own people. And he actually went further to say that the only coin he's speaking is currency, money. I'm so sorry if I see. This is 2024, according to him. That is 2024, that white people shouldn't feel bad for not wanting to pay black people reparations and all that. And if you do not see the reason why there is need to fix what they have done, it means that you don't even know what the meaning of reparations. Let's get into this.
Do I look like Harriet Tubman? To freedom! No. So what the do you mean reparations? Now walk with me. White people, it does not make you racist to not want to pay black people reparations in 2025. The same people who teach black people to think that we're victims and to never take accountability are the same people who want white people to take accountability for what white people did 200 years ago. Do you even know the name of your 5 times great-grandfather? And why are we pretending like black people don't have infinite opportunities in America? The only cotton I pick is currency. I was born in the hood of Chicago, took advantage of this free country, and now I am sipping my $25 Air One smoothie in Beverly Hills. Where do you spend that money? Because I'm not poor, and I didn't come this far to not be happy.
You got it right.
Can I?
Yeah.
I don't see Harriet Tubman, but it's definitely giving Christian and a knockoff version of that. Less marketable, a little bit more dark skin, and if we had a conversation about that, we would really be in trouble. But walk with us.
Remind me of one of my favorite memes right here. White people don't want to be criticized for what their ancestors did, but they sure as hell want to hold on to the profits their ancestors left. Crazy how that works.
Let's talk about the idea that 200 years ago, when people are still getting ass beat on those same hard streets of Chicago that you apparently grew up on yesterday, yeah, the facts are not facting, honey bunch.
We get infinite amount of opportunity. Does he not know about the DEI bans, the affirmative action being passed? As a matter of fact, both presidential candidates in 2020 had specific plans for black people, acknowledging that we don't have infinite opportunity. Crazy how that works.
Name the idea that the reason that you can properly sip your overpriced coffee in the hoods of Beverly Hills is because you're not a poor black. Considering that t-shirt is way too small and that ego is way too big, it seems like you're poor in the realm of humility, my dear.
I knew when he said something about picking currency, he was giving big pick-me energy. Big.
White people, while you might not appear to be racist, you're definitely going to appear to be a problem. Do not let this coon tap dance his way onto your news feed and get you beat up on the corner somewhere following his lead. At the end of the day, we have to be mindful about the ways in which we disseminate information. And while we can have differing opinions as black people, there are some opinions that genuinely let you scapegoat yourself right out of the history books and into the new America, or making it great again for the sake of your people, the way that y'all live, and how y'all want to set the world up to benefit you. Now, if that ain't racist, I don't know what is.
Hey, speaking of making it great again, when we talk about reparations, when they start talking about the 1992 crime bill, or you start talking about the war on drugs and how Biden did that, you're acknowledging that the state sanctioned a disproportionate discrimination on black folks. We deserve reparations for that. So we talk about we got to go back to the past and all this over here. Not only are there white people that don't know their great-great-grandfather that left slave labor for them, and we don't know it as well, we also can acknowledge that there is an ongoing state-sanctioned violence that's happening to black folks, and we deserve reparations for that. Reparations right now. Education's elevation. We all in it.
And now I am sipping my my $25 Air One smoothie in Beverly Hills.
What exactly is the flex here? So you mean to tell me that black people don't need reparations because you came from the hood of Chicago to Beverly Hills just to spend $25 on a smoothie? What exactly is the flex here? Do you even know who your great-great-great-great-grandparents is? I can spend $25 on a smoothie because I'm not poor. Here's a question. Can you spend $25 an hour? $45 an hour? $200 an hour? That's how much some people have to pay to get a genealogist to make their family tree, because they themselves have no access to their ancestral records. So they have no way of finding out who their great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents are because of slavery and Jim Crow and systemic racism in this country. All right, some of us have to pay $500 for an ancestry test just for a piece of paper to tell us where we've come from. And you think the sign that we don't need reparations is a $25 smoothie? You peasant. You washed up Yankee.
If y'all want to gentrify that word progressive, you motherfuckers can have it. I have no problem being labeled as a black voter, and I will stay within the confines of my community because I already understand that the word progressive also comes with that word prejudice. And the reason why I say that is as soon as black people don't do what is expected of us, you guys start calling us names and start perpetuating the most prejudiced and stereotypical tropes and white supremacist talking points that I see from the left and I see from the right. But all I see is white. Y'all quick to start calling us low information voters. Black people don't know what's best for them. While y'all continuously tell black people what we gotta do, while you continuously play in our face and tell us what you're not going to do. I have never in my 30 years of living ever seen the black community ever tell a marginalized group to give away their right to vote, the only ability that they have to make real effective change. And anytime I'm doing my videos, I am never telling Arab Americans, Jewish Americans, or any other marginalized group what the hell they need to do. I'm only talking to my people because we understand that when shit hits the fan, we are going to bear the brunt of all of it. And every ally that says that they're for black people will absolutely do nothing. They will have no system set in place for us when shit hit the motherfucking fan. When we lose our rights, when we lose our health care, when we lose everything that's keeping us floating. Because at the end of the day, black lives are at the bottom when it comes to lives that fucking matter. Which is why I keep telling y'all, I am fucking voting. Which is why I'm advocating for every black person to vote. Because here's the situation. Y'all talking about, oh, the short-term pain for a long-term goal. Bitch, this ain't no short-time nothing. Y'all know damn well why the hell do black people have to bear the front? I think the problem is y'all are so used to fucking that damn crazy-ass Hollywood telling y'all that black people are your mammies. Black people are your slaves. Black people will sacrifice themselves for everybody else. No more, bitch. Be on the front lines of every motherfucking movement for every goddamn body. But when we ask y'all to do the just bare minimum to motherfucking vote for Democrats so we can get a majority in the House, a majority in the motherfucking Senate, so we can overcome a fucking filibuster, give it to the brand president to sign, we would have been had police reform. We would have been had all these other motherfucking bills passed. But it's interesting enough. Y'all want to talk about how black people are the low information voters. We don't know what's better for us, but yet we're always on the right side of history and y'all are always on the wrong one. Ralph Nader, Jill Stein, all this shit could have easily been prevented, but no! Y'all never want to listen to black people because we're so uneducated, which is why I keep saying, as soon as black people don't do what y'all asked us to do, all of a sudden y'all start lashing out and calling us names. But look at your motherfucking voting record. Look at motherfucking history. Who's been on the right side and who's been on the wrong side? Let's do a motherfucking damn tally. Who's been on the wrong side and who's been on the right side? And I'll just drop the mic with this because we're so low information voters and don't understand how government works. Why is it that so many white creators are sitting here talking about, well, under a Biden presidency is the reason why we lost our women's reproductive rights? Y'all don't understand government. Who's the motherfucker who put the Supreme Court justices on the bench, who overturned Roe v. Wade and also overturned affirmative action? Was it Biden's Supreme Court justices or was it Trump-appointed Supreme Court justices? Y'all are dumb as fuck, but yet y'all want to talk about how we are low information voters. We're sick of this shit. Stop playing in our motherfucking face. Stop telling us what to damn do. Stop telling us not to motherfucking vote. Anybody telling black people not to vote has malicious intent. I want y'all to keep this video bookmarked. Come back to it in 2025 and let's see.
So this is all I got from this video. And let me start with the first young man who actually traveled from Chicago to Beverly Hills to have just $25 coffee or whatever he's having. I mean, it's really sad how people come out here to make a mess of themselves, because that is how I feel, you know. how do you come out to do things like this? See, I do not have a problem if you are doing great for yourself, And what he's asking, what do we mean by reparations? And if him as a black person does not see the reason why there is need to fix the things that were done to black people, and it's okay. I am not going to argue with him, and I am not going to make him also feel or see that there is need to, for reparations to be paid. Anybody that I see that feel like reparations should not be paid and all that, I actually feel I cannot see them as colored people or those conservative people who actually like all of a sudden have this palm color talking point and the rest of it, and that really sucks. And he's not in the plantation and all that. So, oh my God, like, why are we talking about things that happened to us about how many years ago and the rest of it? Coming from someone that looked like me and all that, it's really sick. It is really sick. And he is also advocating that white people shouldn't feel bad for not wanting to pay people that look like me reparations and all that. Like it's 2024 and all that. See, it is not we wanting black people to take accountability, It is what they are supposed to do. And when people do some certain things to people, they are also supposed to be accountable for what they did to that people, So coming here to tell us all this is just shooting yourself in the leg and in the head and all of that. And I see people like this. I feel like people like this are really poor. He looks poor mentally. He might actually have the cash, but mentally, he is not smart. He is not rich, because for him to come out and say something like this it's really wrong. And he's asking, do we even know our ancestors and all? Are you really for real? I remember the last people from Tulsa, Oklahoma and all that happened. One just passed on, and there are still about how many of them remaining, because they've been saying that descendant of slaves are not supposed to and then we saw the people that the whole thing affected directly, not like descendants or anything. Still, they went to court, and the court was saying that they are not going to pay them their reparations and all that. So make this make sense. For an old man, all these people are the people that when they grow, they find even their kids cannot even connect to the history, because what does their father know? Their father is empty brain. He doesn't know anything. So what is he going to teach his kids and all that? Do not be surprised. Probably not dating someone that look like this. And he is out there saying that the only currency he picks is the only currency he's speaking. How did he even say that? I can't remember, but if I remember, I would say the only coin. Can you imagine a full grown man saying that the only coin he picks is currency? So he is trying to tell me that the ones that pick that coin for you all and for all African immigrants to be doing good, to be doing well, And what I keep telling people is that this young man is actually out there at Beverly Hills, all the way from Chicago. He said he was brought up in the hood and all that. For him to be out there enjoying all this was because of what the slaves were able to do. It's more like the slaves paved way for all of you, for all of us too. Because if you have family also in United States, you can also understand that it was just African Americans that paved way for everybody. Because I see a lot of people trying to Black Americans are this and all that, blah blah blah. I keep telling them, why did you all not migrate during that period that it was slavery, or during that time that was Jim Crow? Why did you all not travel during that time? You all would have traveled and see how. Let me see what your ancestors were able to I am saying mostly people from Africa and all that. Nigeria. When I say Africa, I mean all the countries all over Africa, right? Because some of them, sometimes you see them saying and doing some certain things. I want you all to know that most of the things you all are enjoying were the things African American ancestors endure. God, because they really endured a whole lot just to make sure that you all are okay. So it was because this young man, this coconut head ancestors, endured a whole lot, picked the cotton, and then they made it in a way. There's even that other people are saying there are still people picking cotton. If only you understand. I mean, it's yes, in United States. Yeah, there are still people out there picking cotton, but they did all these things so that we will not have to do all this job anymore, and the rest of it. And somebody's out there saying that he doesn't pick cotton, that the only cotton he picks is currency. See you all. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. I'll see you all in my next video. Oh, did I finish? Oh, am I saying the last one? The last young man that actually talked about that black people aren't saving democracy again. I have said this over and over here, and that it's a period. I mean, if you mess up, we stay in that mess till whenever it lasts. And the truth that the fact that black people do not go around trying to tell everybody what to do, or colored people what to do and all that, but they are so quick to come out to tell us what to do and what not to do, who to vote and who not to vote. You know what, guys? You all should go sit down. Let us do what we want to do, and then we'll see you all. But if you all still decided to vote against your own interest, trust me, black people aren't paying. Black women and black people aren't coming to pay anybody or pat you at the back this time around. We stay in that mess too. As long as that mess is gonna last. So that's all I have to say. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.